Good morning. It's Katie Farner, Independent Director for Team Sunshine State Superstars. Home parties are very, very, very important to me. Home parties are the most important aspect of our whole business. Home parties are the heart of this business, and home parties are the heart of how I have grown. They are the absolute core of my growth for my personal business and for my team. So I really want to start doing more videos talking about home parties and what I do at my parties. Speaking of which, I want to show you guys my shirt. When I do home parties, I don't actually brand myself for the home party. I will wear my name tag that shows, my Scentsy logo, and it has my first and last name, but I don't like to brand myself at the parties. Scentsy encourages us to be as much just like a guest and friends with them and hang out and eat the food and talk to them about other things besides just Scentsy. So I take that as just dressed professional but cute. So I don't actually brand myself at parties. I used to, but I stopped doing that. I brand myself when I'm out and about. So like today I have some errands to run on my lunch break. I'm here at work. So I have some errands to run on my lunch break, so I branded myself today. So you can see my shirt says I don't work, and then on the back it says I party, I travel, I make dreams come true. I'm a Scentsy family consultant, and you can be too. And then I have my necklace with all my Scentsy charms inside. So I always try to brand myself when I'm running errands. So, but this video that I'm going to do is about hostess coaching. It's my hostess coaching do's and don'ts. It's more do's than don'ts, but there's a couple don'ts in here. So first is set a date immediately. Let me backtrack. Hostess coaching is critical. I've done a video on hostess coaching before, and it is very, very, very important. I've heard people say here and there, oh, I don't hostess coach. I don't waste time on that. You're really, really, really going to see lower attendance at your parties if you do not hostess coach. I think if you're going to do the party anyway, you're doing a home party, you're going to be spending your time. You are for sure going to be there spending, 2 or 3 hours of your day at that party. So don't you want to make sure that you have prepared and your hostess has prepared, and that 2 or 3 hours is going to be as beneficial as possible? And if you're not hostess coaching, you're not doing that. So think about it. If you're not hostess coaching, really consider it and listen to what I've got to share. It doesn't take much time to hostess coach if you do it right. So number one is set the date immediately. If they attend a home party and they agree to book a party, you want to set the date immediately. You don't want them to leave saying, oh, well, I'm going to think about it. You want to set that date right then and there. So if I'm sitting with somebody and I'm checking them out and I say, oh, I see you rolled a number 2. Number 2 is $10 an extra product credit as your booking gift from me. Why don't we do one of our parties? What suits you best? That's how I ask when I'm checking each person out. Because I've already mentioned we have Facebook parties, we do basket parties, and then we also have the home party. So I ask them what party style suits their life best. And then they respond to me and say they want to do a home party. So I say, okay, great. If you want weekends, I'm booking in whatever month I'm booking in. If you want weeknights, I'm booking sooner. So let me know what works best for you. And I don't let them leave without booking a date. If they want to leave the party and not set a date, I say, in order to get your booking gift, you have to book your party before you leave tonight. If you need to reschedule, you can always send me an email or call me and say, hey, I looked at my calendar, I need to reschedule for such date. But let's at least get something on the calendar today so we can do your gift. So I always make sure that they set the date before leaving. Number 2, don't be caught at the party without hostess packets. You want to have hostess packets ready to go with invitations and I have a little thank you letter that I put in there, and then there's also some games that you can do to help increase their attendance. So make sure you have your hostess packets ready to go. Number 3, if they booked their home party or whatever somewhere other than a home party, make sure that you mail them invitations if they want invitations. Number 4, Call her a couple days after you set the party date, after booking her party. And there's a few things you want to go over in this conversation. They are her preferred inviting method. Make sure that you tell them all of the ways that they can invite their guests to the party. The party planner tool, hand out invitations, Facebook. Make sure that they're aware of all of the invitations, and make sure that they're aware of best practices. You know, like number one, the best way, hands down, to invite people to a party is one-on-one. Making a phone call, handing them an invitation personally, at least texting them personally. Those are the best ways to actually get people to come to your party. Facebook is a backup. I make sure that they know that. So always, always ask her how her name is on Facebook and tell her you're going to send her a Facebook friend request and you'll create her Facebook event for her. And a Facebook event, of course, is just an extra way to invite. It's more of a reminder than the original invitation. But create that Facebook for her, add her, and then add her as a hostess. Confirm the location of the party. A lot of times people will set a party date and you assume that their address that's on the order form is where the party will be held, but that's not always the case. They might have it at their mom's, their sister's, what have you. So make sure you confirm the address of the party. Discuss the best inviting practices. I mentioned that earlier. Make sure she knows to personally invite everyone. Tell her it takes more time. I understand that, but you absolutely will get better rewards because of it. Mention hostess flipping. Hostess flipping is always something I tell them about right at the very beginning. And it can be so easy and casual. It doesn't have to be, have you ever considered the business opportunity? If you have, well, it doesn't have to be like that. You can just say, I also want to mention to you, a lot of my hostesses decide they want to do what I do when they see how fun it is. So I always offer hostess flipping. If you decide you want to join Scentsy and you want all of your customers, you know, all of my customers from your party to be your customers, we'll flip the party to you. And you can have all the sales and you can also have all the hostess rewards. I just tell it to them like that, just casual, just letting them know. Mention basket tester sets. I always offer a basket tester set to my hostess the week following their home party. It's always best to have them have the basket the week following their home party instead of the week prior to. The week prior to gives guests an excuse not to come if they ordered prior to the party. Then you have missed an opportunity to upsell them potentially at the party. So always do it the week following. Also make sure she understands that because of your personal website, she can get online orders. So it's not only the people locally who can purchase, but anybody out of state can also order. Number 5, mail her a thank you note and a scent circle with all her party details. Did you know that you can open up a scent circle packaging? All you have to do is pry open the staples and then you can pull out the scent circle. And what I do is I take a metallic silver pen that you can get at any craft store and I write on the scent circle, on the perimeter, I write invite everyone, and then I write it again on the bottom, invite everyone. And then in the center of the scent circle, I write the party date and the time. I do that on the front and back. And then I put it back in the clear packaging, staple it shut, and I mail it to her with a little thank you note saying, thanks for partying Wickless with me. I can't wait to share Scentsy with you and your friends. Hang the scent circle on your rearview mirror as a reminder to invite everyone. Invite your bank teller that you see every single week. Invite your hairdresser. Invite every single person. Because if you want a good, like I say something about if you want a good, if you want good hostess rewards, the average, if you want 10 people there, invite 40. I go into all of that stuff and encourage her to remember to invite everyone. So it's a fun little way as a reminder to them so their party is in their face every day when you do that scent circle trick. Number 6, don't drop the ball and stop contacting her after that. After you have your one-on-one talk with her, after she's booked, don't let it be till a party that she hears from you. This is a business, and she wants to feel like you're a professional and you're on top of things. She doesn't want to think, oh, I haven't heard from her and the party's tomorrow. Is she still showing up? That is unprofessional, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that she's consistently hearing from you. A good rule of thumb for me, what I do is if my party is, say, a month away, I'm going to have communication with her anywhere from 2 to 3 times in that month period of time. And it can be text, phone calls, email, whatever works best for her. Number 8. Oh, consistently share and post on the Facebook event every single day. Share it on her wall. Share it on the walls of people who she's invited, or ask her to do that. And then post fun pictures of product. Ask questions in that Facebook event. Be active in there. Actively share and actively post. Number 9, 24 hours, make your final call to her 24 hours before the party. What I usually do is I'll usually offer some sort of incentive. Like I've done both of these. I've done the mystery color game where you tell her, oh, any guests who show up wearing purple get a special gift. It's a fun way for her to feel comfortable making her follow-up phone calls to remind everybody, hey, my party's tomorrow. I want to let you know if you come wearing purple, you get a special gift. They feel a little bit more comfortable calling their guests to remind them when there's something fun kind of attached to it, like they're letting them in on a little secret. Also, I do one or the other, the mystery color or bring a friend, get a gift. So the other thing is if they bring an adult friend, they get a gift. So those are two different sort of incentives. I also ask her where she wants me to set up, and we discuss that so I know ahead of time what I can and cannot bring for my setup regarding her space, the size of the space. I also remind her that I'm bringing warmers with my own scents, so for hers just to be off, we don't need hers because I want to be in control of the fragrance. I don't want her warming something that's very taste specific or something that you don't even hardly smell. So I bring my own warmers to every party to make sure that it's nice and fragrant. It's always strong. It's always on season. It's always something popular. And I also remind her, do not warm any fragrances or do not make any food that has fragrance. Don't have meatballs in the crock pot or chili on the stove or bake cookies in the oven. Odorless foods. And hey, they like the less pressure as well of just a casual, veggies and dip and whatnot. Number 10, make her job easy and fun at the party. Open the door for every guest as they come in so she can focus on chatting with the guest who's already there. And number 11, coach her while setting up to actively participate in smelling the fragrances and actively participate in your presentation. So when you talk about the booking beads, she's like, oh yeah, you guys take these beads. I'll come to your parties. The more you coach her to be involved and smelling the testers and talking with her friends, the better the party's going to go. Because if you don't coach her and all she's doing is like focusing on feeding her friends and everybody hang out in the kitchen and let's chat and let's drink wine and let's eat all these snacks, the party's not going to be as good. So coach her, let her know, hey, this is the way your party's going to go best. So let's make sure to have everybody hanging out with the scents. I coach all of them that way, and it really helps to make the parties a lot more successful for her and for me. So there are my 11 hostess coaching do's and don'ts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.